The biggest financial mistakes people make in their 20s. Your 20s are often described as the best years of your life, the years of freedom, the years of discovery, the years where anything seems possible. People tell you to travel, chase your dreams, take risks, and enjoy every moment because you're only young once. And while there's truth in that advice, there's another truth that people rarely talk about. Your 20s are also the years where the financial decisions you make quietly shape the next several decades of your life. The strange thing is that most people don't realize this until it's too late. They believe they'll have plenty of time to fix everything later. They think investing can wait, saving can wait, learning about money can wait. After all, they're still young. But time is the one financial asset you can never earn back. And the biggest financial mistakes aren't usually dramatic. They're small decisions repeated so often that they slowly become your lifestyle. Years later, those habits become your reality. The first mistake many people make is believing that earning more money will solve all of their financial problems. When you're in your 20s, it's easy to think that low income is the only reason you're struggling. If I could just get a better job, if I could just earn a higher salary, if I could just receive one promotion, everything would be different. But income and wealth are not the same thing. There are people earning six figures who still live paycheck to paycheck. And there are people earning average salaries who steadily build financial security. The difference isn't always income, it's habits. Money simply amplifies the habits you already have. If you spend everything you earn today, you'll probably spend everything you earn tomorrow, even if tomorrow's paycheck is twice as large. The second mistake is waiting for the perfect moment to start saving. Many people tell themselves they'll begin saving after they receive a raise, after they pay off one expense, after life becomes less expensive. But somehow that perfect moment never arrives, because life always finds a way to introduce another expense, another subscription, another vacation, another upgrade, another reason to postpone. The truth is that saving isn't something you do when you have extra money. It's something you choose before spending what's left. Even saving a small amount consistently teaches your brain an important lesson. Your future deserves a place in today's budget. Another costly mistake is ignoring compound growth simply because the numbers seem too small. Imagine investing a small amount every month at 22 years old. At first, almost nothing seems to happen. The balance grows slowly. The progress feels invisible. It can even feel disappointing. So many people quit before compound growth has the chance to work. They underestimate time because they only focus on today's results. But compound growth rewards patience, not urgency. Every year you delay, you're not only losing money, you're losing time. And time is the force that makes small investments become extraordinary ones. Another common mistake is allowing lifestyle inflation to grow faster than your income. The first paycheck feels exciting. The second feels normal. Eventually, every raise becomes an excuse for a bigger apartment, a newer car, more expensive clothes, a better phone, nicer restaurants, more subscriptions. Without realizing it, every increase in income is immediately matched by an increase in spending. From the outside, it looks like success. On the inside, nothing has changed. You're simply running faster on a treadmill that never stops. Many people also spend their 20s trying to look wealthy instead of becoming wealthy. Social media makes this even harder. Every day you're surrounded by images of luxury vacations, expensive watches, designer brands, luxury apartments, and perfect lifestyles. It creates the illusion that everyone else is financially ahead. So people begin spending money they don't have to impress people who aren't paying attention. Real wealth is usually quiet. Debt is often loud. The most financially secure people don't always look rich. And the people who appear rich aren't always financially secure. One of the biggest financial mistakes is relying entirely on one source of income. A single paycheck may feel safe until it disappears. Economic changes happen, companies restructure, unexpected layoffs occur, industries evolve. If your entire financial future depends on one paycheck, your financial security becomes fragile. Your 20s are one of the best times to begin building additional skills. Freelancing, investing, creating digital products, building a small business, learning valuable skills that can create opportunities beyond your primary job. not because you need multiple incomes immediately, but because flexibility creates resilience. Another mistake is confusing good debt with bad debt. Not all debt is identical. Some debt helps create future value. Other debt simply finances temporary pleasure. Many people spend years paying for purchases they stopped enjoying long ago. A vacation lasts 1 week. The payments may last years. A new phone feels exciting for a month. The monthly bill stays much longer. Before making any purchase, ask yourself one question: will this decision make my future easier or more difficult? That single question prevents countless financial mistakes. Perhaps one of the most expensive mistakes is never learning about money at all. Schools teach many valuable subjects, but personal finance is often missing. Budgeting, investing, taxes, retirement, insurance, risk management. These are skills that influence almost every adult's life, yet many people enter adulthood without understanding any of them. The good news is that financial education has never been more accessible. Books, podcasts, online courses, educational videos. The information already exists. The challenge isn't finding it. The challenge is making time to learn it. Another mistake is believing that budgeting limits your freedom. Many people hear the word budget and immediately imagine restrictions, sacrifice, missing out. But budgeting isn't about controlling every dollar. It's about telling your money where to go before it disappears. Without a plan, money quietly follows emotions. With a plan, money follows priorities. Financial freedom isn't created by earning more. It's created by directing money intentionally. Many people also underestimate the cost of small daily expenses. One coffee, one food delivery, one unnecessary online purchase, one forgotten subscription. None of them seem dangerous individually, but money rarely disappears through one giant decision. It disappears through hundreds of tiny ones. Small leaks eventually empty large buckets. Awareness is often more valuable than restriction. Another mistake people make is surrounding themselves with people who normalize poor financial habits. Your environment quietly shapes your behavior. If everyone around you constantly spends beyond their means, you eventually begin believing that's normal. If everyone complains about money without taking responsibility, that mindset slowly becomes yours too. But when you're surrounded by people who invest, learn, save, build businesses, and think long-term, those habits begin feeling normal instead. Your financial future is influenced not only by your decisions, but also by the people whose decisions you observe every day. Many people spend their 20s chasing quick money instead of valuable skills. They search for shortcuts, secret investments, guaranteed returns, easy success. But lasting wealth usually comes from becoming valuable first. The more problems you can solve, the more opportunities you'll create. Skills appreciate, trends disappear, technology changes, markets change, but valuable skills continue creating opportunities for decades. Another overlooked mistake is failing to invest in your health. Poor sleep reduces productivity. Stress affects decision-making. Burnout limits creativity. Medical problems often become expensive problems. Your body is the asset that makes every other financial goal possible. Protecting your health isn't separate from building wealth. It's part of building wealth. Perhaps the biggest financial mistake of all is believing that your 20s don't matter. People think real financial planning begins in their 30s or 40s, but your 20s are when habits become identities. The saver becomes someone who saves. The investor becomes someone who invests. The spender becomes someone who spends. Your identity quietly shapes every financial decision that follows. The encouraging news is that mistakes are not permanent. Every financially successful person has made poor decisions, bought unnecessary things, delayed important investments, missed opportunities. The difference is that they learned early enough to change direction. Financial success rarely comes from perfection. It comes from awareness, from learning, from making slightly better decisions than yesterday. You don't need to become a millionaire before 30. You don't need to build the perfect investment portfolio next month. You don't need to eliminate every financial mistake overnight. Start smaller. Track your spending. Build an emergency fund. Read one book about personal finance. Invest a small amount consistently. develop one valuable skill, create one additional income stream. These actions seem ordinary, but ordinary actions repeated over many years create extraordinary outcomes. Because the greatest advantage you have in your 20s isn't your income. It isn't your degree. It isn't your job title. It's time. Time to learn. Time to invest. Time to recover from mistakes. Time to let compound growth work in your favor. One day you'll look back at the financial decisions you made during these years. Some will make you grateful. Others may make you wish you had started sooner. The choice begins today. Not with one dramatic decision, but with one responsible financial habit, then another, and another. Because your financial future won't be determined by one extraordinary moment. It will be shaped by the ordinary decisions you repeat every single day. And the earlier you make those decisions wisely, the easier your future becomes.